Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's more than just numbers. We're talking about 10 African nations where there are more single women than men. You heard that right, fellas? The odds might actually be in your favor in these places. From cultural quirks to economic realities, we're going there. So buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. And hey, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. First up, we're heading to the land of jollof rice and Afrobeats, Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa, so you'd think finding a partner would be a walk in the park, right? Well, not so fast. See, in Nigeria, cultural norms play a big role. Polygamy, though declining, still exists, which skews the dating pool for many women. On top of that, there's a growing trend of young people delaying marriage to focus on their careers. And let's not forget about the societal pressure on men to be providers. Lots of educated Nigerian men are seeking opportunities abroad, which leaves even fewer eligible bachelors back home. Next stop, Kenya, the land of breathtaking safaris and, you guessed it, a surplus of single women. Now, Kenya is often hailed as East Africa's economic powerhouse, but that success story comes with a twist. Many Kenyan women are highly educated and economically independent. They're climbing the career ladder and smashing glass ceilings left and right. But here's the catch. Some men haven't quite caught up to this whole women can be breadwinners too thing. Traditional gender roles die hard, and some guys feel threatened by successful women. So while Kenya's economy is booming, the relationship landscape is a different story. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, with a history as complex as its demographics. Now, South Africa's gender gap is a bit different from our previous examples. It's not just about cultural norms or economic factors, but the lingering legacy of apartheid. For decades, the apartheid regime forced black South Africans into segregated townships, often separating families and disrupting communities. This displacement had a major impact on the social fabric, including marriage patterns and family structures. South Africa has one of the highest rates of gender-based violence in the world, which creates fear and distrust in relationships. HIV/AIDS has disproportionately affected men in South Africa, leading to a lower life expectancy for them compared to women. Chapter 4. Get ready to groove, because we're going to Ghana, the land of cocoa, high-life music, and a bit of a head-scratcher when it comes to the number of single ladies. Now, Ghana is known for its warm hospitality and strong family values, so you'd think finding a partner would be easy-peasy. Well, it's not always the case. One factor at play is migration. Young Ghanaian men often leave rural areas to seek better economic opportunities in cities or even abroad. This leaves behind a disproportionate number of women in rural communities, making it harder to find a partner. While Ghana has made progress in girls' education, it's still more common for boys to pursue higher education. The internet and social media have exposed everyone to more options, which can make settling down seem less appealing. Chapter 5. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're flying to Ethiopia, a country with a history as rich and ancient as its coffee traditions. But behind the beautiful landscapes and cultural treasures lies a stark reality, a significant gender gap when it comes to education and employment opportunities. Now, Ethiopia has made some progress in recent years, but traditionally, girls have been less likely to attend school and more likely to be married off at a young age. This limits their future prospects and contributes to a cycle of gender inequality. And even when women do get an education, they often face discrimination in the workforce. Many employers still hold on to outdated beliefs that men are more capable or reliable, which limits women's earning potential and economic independence. This lack of economic empowerment can make it harder for women to find partners who see them as equals. Chapter 6. Jambo, everyone, and welcome to Tanzania, home to Mount Kilimanjaro, the Serengeti, and a fascinating blend of tradition and modernity. But this clash of old and new also plays out in the realm of relationships, where traditional practices and beliefs can sometimes make it challenging for women to find partners. In some parts of Tanzania, early marriage is still prevalent, with girls being married off as young as 13 or 14. This robs them of their childhood, their education, and their chance to choose their own path in life. Then there's the issue of bride price. While it's a long-standing tradition in many African cultures, in some cases it can become a barrier to marriage. Families may demand exorbitant sums, putting marriage out of reach for many men, especially those who are struggling financially. Get ready to explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, known for its lush landscapes, vibrant culture, and a bit of a head-scratcher when it comes to the ratio of single women to men. Now, Uganda is a country with a youthful population and a strong sense of community, so you'd think finding a partner would be a piece of cake. But as we've seen time and time again, things are a bit more complicated than that. One factor at play is the impact of health and mortality rates. Sadly, Uganda has faced significant challenges with HIV/AIDS, and while progress has been made, the disease has had a disproportionate impact on men, leading to a lower life expectancy for them compared to women. On top of that, maternal mortality rates remain high in Uganda, which means that some women are tragically losing their partners during childbirth. This leaves them widowed at a young age and often with the sole responsibility of raising their children. And let's not forget about the ongoing issue of poverty. Ahoy adventurers, and welcome to Zambia, a landlocked nation known for its copper mines, Victoria Falls, and a rather intriguing gender dynamic. Now, Zambia has been making strides in gender equality, but some government policies and initiatives, while well-intentioned, have had unintended consequences on the dating scene. For example, Zambia has implemented affirmative action policies to increase women's access to education and employment. While commendable, this has led to a higher number of women graduating from universities than men, creating a perceived surplus of educated women. And while some men are totally cool with this, others, well, let's just say they're clinging to those traditional gender roles like a life raft. They might feel intimidated by women who are more educated or earn higher salaries, leading to a compatibility clash. In some Zambian communities, there's still a strong emphasis on men being providers. Get ready to explore Zimbabwe, home to the majestic Victoria Falls, the ancient ruins of Great Zimbabwe, and some fascinating demographic trends that are reshaping the dating landscape. Now, Zimbabwe has faced its share of economic challenges in recent decades, which has led to significant migration patterns. Many young Zimbabweans, both men and women, have left the country in search of better opportunities abroad. However, there's a slight skew in these migration patterns. Due to factors like traditional gender roles and expectations, it's often easier for men to find work and establish themselves in new countries. This can leave a higher concentration of women behind in Zimbabwe, particularly in rural areas. Zimbabwe has a relatively high literacy rate, and women have made significant strides in education. However, this educational attainment hasn't always translated into equal job opportunities. Well, folks, we've reached the end of our whirlwind tour of love and demographics across 10 African nations. From the bustling streets of Lagos to the serene landscapes of Tanzania, we've seen how cultural norms, economic realities, historical events, and even government policies all play a role in shaping the gender balance and the dating scene. What have we learned? Well, first and foremost, that there's no one-size-fits-all explanation for why there are more single women than men in certain countries. It's a complex tapestry woven from a myriad of factors, each one unique to the specific context. But perhaps the most important takeaway is this: the increasing number of single women in these countries isn't a problem to be solved, but rather a reflection of the changing roles of women in society. That's it for today, my friends. I hope you found this journey as eye-opening as it was for me. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more insightful and hopefully hilarious content. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And while you're at it, head down to the comments section and let me know what you thought.